Hello everybody, I'm back with another episode of Push to Podium. Planning on today being a bit of a shorter episode. Essentially normally I just play a little bit of comp here and there, just like for my 2 wins of the day. But I realized since I'm so close to Legend and I don't know when I'm going to get rank ups and whatnot, I actually didn't want to play any matches or if they're not on stream. So yes, you may notice I'm rank 6 when I actually ended off the last episode at rank 7. But that's not because I played, it's actually because somebody else dropped. Which is kind of nice. I get boosted up a little bit. Could make the series a bit shorter. Also, I just want to say, I'm not going to force myself to actually get up to the podium. If I continue going on good win streaks, that's cool, and I'm definitely going to try. But if I drop too far, I'm just going to kind of call it quits on that. I just wanted to let you guys know that. I am planning on just running this team back. I think Turok's going to be the best in the slot for now, or at least going to give it another try. So yeah, yesterday I did like 2 Orpho radars, and then there was the one I did last week. So this is my 4th Orpho radar with no luck yet. Kind of unfortunate. I know people have had much worse streaks, so I shouldn't be complaining yet. Still under odds, but it's still like a slow process, and after the Magnus week, I guess I was hoping for a little bit of luck this week. That has not arrived yet. I'm only planning on playing like 3 or 4 games today. Just to hopefully get daily wins, hopefully to only get wins, and maybe even get up to rank 5, that'd be cool. I'm not super duper full of energy to keep conversations going, but if anyone else stops in, has some questions or anything, more than welcome to ask. And also, if I'm ever not streaming and you still have questions, feel free to DM me on Discord. It's just Magnetonics, so you can reach me there and I'll respond when I can. Alright, I see an OCR that looks mighty tasty for a ban. That also kind of that puts Hazrat at a disadvantage as well, losing one of the Lava Wave synergies. It's triple toxic though, resistant Gyalis, likely camo, and a bait. So I'm not going to be able to do toxic or venom spread shenanigans. So losing 2-wire and or Chromion here would not be bad at all. Perfect, that works for me. If I knew what type of Volerend it was, I could consider not banning that as well. If I knew it was anaerobic, I could pick Orphil on the lead and scare off the Oshiara. X-Life, hello, welcome. See the Hazrat picked up even without the Oshiara, a little surprising. I think I'm gonna go Turok. We'll give Turok a little bit more of a try. So that means Nestla, Volfi are likely. So Broccolim's what I want to pick, but Broccolim doesn't like Hazrat. We're gonna go with it anyways. Even in a worst case scenario, I still get like 1 hit off. Problem would be is if Broccolim eats like a plague and a lava wave, I think that would actually kill it just because it's very squishy. since I have a lot of speed invest in it, and Lava Wave's super effective. I see the Nestle come in. Not really surprising. I wanted to ban the Volarun now anyways, so I think I might do that. Other option is Gialis. I'm guessing Grumper's getting banned is the thing. So if I ban, like, if Grumper doesn't get banned, I would want to ban Volphy here. Banning Volphy also frees up Inky a little bit, and Inky's also really nice, so maybe I just do that anyways. No, I'm gonna go with the Gialis, because if Grumper goes down, my ways to deal with Gialis are limited. I know I have Toxic Chromion, but Chromion gets outsped by both Volorend and Duvine for super effective damage, and any chip that Gialis can deal with it can probably take it out. Grumper ban. If Grumper still gets banned, that's kind of nice. Psypat ban sucks a little more because I wanted to. Psypat was one of my best answers to Volphy. Now that puts a little more importance on my Broccolum. I might not be able to even pick Inky. Might have to pick the Chromion. No, it's really rough. I still don't know what trait this Volorend is. If it's aerobic, I would really wish I picked picked Inky here. But if it's anaerobic, I'm fine picking Chromion. Yeah. Hard choice. It looks like a bit slower, bulkier team, so I'm gonna guess it's anaerobic. But I mean, there's also it's really a mixed speed team because you have slow stuff like Adoro, and then you have fast stuff like Oshiara. I'm predicting a Hazrat swap for Volorend. I don't know how fast the Nestle is, otherwise I could have just Soil Steamed the Hazrat slot anyways and plagued the Nestle and killed it with a second plague, you know, on turn 2. Domanic, hello, welcome. Ah, dang, now I wish I Soil Steamed the Hazrat, but it was a faster Nestle, so... Nestle does go down at least, and I have Grumper as a secondary Earth type. Sensei Robe is not working now, so that gotta keep that in mind. Hazrat no longer has Pria with Lava Wave, so that's really helpful. I'm assuming we're gonna see Volphy come in. If that's the case, then they're probably going to double in on Broccolum. No, we see Volorend come in. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Is that a fast Turok? Yep, it is. Turok and Volorend wall each other. It's kind of a funny matchup. Venomous Claws plus Nox Bomb is likely. I know Broccolum had evasion, but I really think they're going to double in on it because it's the best Volphy counter I have. Chromion was just kind of a last pick anyways. Alright, perfect. It's anaerobic Volorend. That helps significantly. Seems a little weird to bring in Orphle here, I know. But I don't think he's going to Lava Wave this slot. I don't think he's going to Feather Get it either. I think, yeah, it's just a double in on the Chromia. And yeah, Chromia probably dies. But this is also a good board for me. Because I have Hypnosis on Orphle now. And while I'm losing stamina from marbles, which really sucks actually, I just Sludge Gift Hazrat here. And there's if Volphy comes in, then I get a really nice Nox Bomb on it. Nice. People never expect the fast Grumper. Problem is Grumper taking the Toxic Farewell sucks really bad. Electric Storm's kind of risky here, especially since I'm going to be bringing in Barak. I still think it's okay. I don't think he's gonna beta the snake slot, but it's possible. Feather Gatling is fine immediately. He did. So that's unfortunate. I did want him to attack the Grumper. That would have procced my bait. Pushing off the Toxic Ticks. And also it would have... It would have given me more stamina. So I'm actually in a really rough spot now. I've faced him before. He probably just knows that my Grumper has bait on it, and it's just like it's a common item on Grumper, and he didn't want to proc it. Hello, Senpai, welcome. The Marbles proc also makes it so I OX after this, which also sucks. I would have really liked to get another attack off on the Adoro before dying. I think I just lose now because of the Adoro anyways, which really sucks. Yeah. GG's. I don't know what I could have really done. I guess turn 1 I could have killed the Hazrat instead of the Nesla. I really didn't think the Nesla would stay in. I think this is like a max speed Volphy too. It's not over yet, but I mean Adoro probably has Inner Spirit and just hits Grumper with that, and I don't live. Oh, Adoro used I used Beta Burst and lets my Grumper come in, so I might still be all right. Except I don't have enough stamina. Oh, come on. Can we please fix the nut bar bug too? Looks like it didn't work here, but it's such a pain. That was a really close first match. If my Broccolum didn't kill or didn't outspeed that Volphy, I would have been doomed. I thought I was doomed, but came back with a win. So GG's Logain. I think he's actually also competing for top legend spots. It'd be really cool if he was ranked 5 and I knock him down enough for me to pass him up. Ooh. Oh my goodness, we hit 4? That was not what I was expecting. He's way down there. Oh my, how close is the top of Podium? I wasn't expecting this to be a 3-episode series. Huh. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta mentally cool down a second here. There was a huge gap of TMR at rank 8. Like, those of you that were here, I know I lost like 2, but I went like 15 and 2 or 15 and 3 or something before I got up to rank 7. And here I am, I get to rank 7. I stop playing for 1 day, pass somebody, or somebody falls below me, so I move up to rank 6, win 1 game, and I go up to rank 4. I kind of wish I could see TMR numbers. For those of you who don't know, we didn't used to have a system that we do now with like silver, gold, diamond, legend, and then like divisions or like ranking within legend. There was actually just a number system where we saw, I don't know, like you had 1,200 points or 1,500, and you gain or lose some based on whatever. And then that was your ranking, kind of. Like, higher was better. There's still no like overall leaderboard, and it was before Tamer's Paradise existed. So you never really knew who was on top unless you asked around and saw somebody's profile or something. So I was just, what I meant is like, I wish I could see how many points away I was. Like, am I 1 win away? Am I 2 wins away? Or am I going to be here for the next week just getting from rank 4 to rank 3? Because those players play a whole bunch. Just so I'm going to take just a couple minutes here, finish this radar, and like mentally prepare for the next match. Because potentially, for all I know, if I win, I could go up to rank 3. And if I lose, who knows how many ranks I could drop. And while it's like, yeah, I'm not like trying to try hard and win every single match. I'm still trying to win. I don't know. I'm not gonna be devastated if I lose. I can still get it back. Plus, I still want my 2 wins of the day. I'm too good to lose. I still lose. Like, I have like probably upwards of an 80% win rate, at least with this team lately. But it all depends on who I face too. Like, if I run, I know that when I first tried out this team, I lost to Funky twice. He just completely wrecked me. Very good player. He knows his team. And well, I'd be curious to face off against him again before the regional championship. I'm sure he'll participate in that, and I'll probably end up against him there. We usually have face-offs in the big tournaments. And it's always fun, like, hype is high. And we both respect each other as players. Hello, Workman. I am rank 4 with an Orphle on my team. Oh, I'm just gonna finish this radar and maybe... Oh, Hazarov, you're here too. Funky, you can't beat him on ladder, but you did in the league. Yeah, he's definitely... I think for a while he's been trying to refine his team this patch. After losing Jack of all trades on Valash, or at least that it's in a much worse spot than it was, he's kind of had to change a lot of members on his team. I know for a while he was on like Cage, Rush, Sandby. I'm not sure if he still is, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like Sandby's really solid, Tom. Come on. 3 more encounters. We'll go stop by Tamer's Paradise. Check out the top 3 who our rank opponents are, buy a new radar, and then I'll queue up again. I don't even... You got caged by Funky's Sammy the other day. I see it has cage. I know it has cage, and I still don't play around it. It's like I mentally know it's there, but I just don't make smart decisions. Love my games. Thank you, PokeMigas. It's a good time to mention to everyone that for anyone watching on YouTube, Migas did actually throw together a thumbnail for me, so I really appreciate it. And you guys can all thank him for making that thumbnail for me. I'll throw it in the description too, as usual. Yeah, rip. I didn't get to see what it was. I was hoping maybe I'd get a 300 or 301st Orphle encounter. They'll have yet to get a Luma on stream. The other thing is, once I get onto the podium, I actually, because it doesn't update very fast, I won't be able to catch it on stream, probably, unless I happen to get it right before the time it resets. But I'm not sure if it's time after it changes, or if it's just a set time during the day. I'm not sure. But it seems very slow. Oh, Shirk's online? So he's rank 3 right now. Argon and Prody. I hardly ever face Prody. I think we're opposite time zones. Shirk usually watches my matches, and sometimes I run into him. Still rank 3. Was Funky rank 4? No, he's rank 7 now. So he was rank 6. I'm not sure who the rank 4 was right now. Or 5, or rank 4 before me, I guess. Back with the sub. Aw, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You do a lot for my channel, Migas, so I really appreciate it. I guess I could... There's a warp like right at the shipwreck, right? Could just go there. You lost to nobody because you don't play? I don't know. Is it really losing, or are you winning? You're winning against the game itself if you don't play. If nobody can challenge you, can you really lose? I don't see... Wait. Is it called the crater? Or am I just remembering wrong? Content does a lot for you as well, because you learn a lot. That's awesome. I'm always glad to help. Nope, this was a pointless warp. Cage existing in LC outside Hidati has been a blessing. Who got Cage in LC? Or just more Tems that had Cage are now viable? I suppose. Does Midi get cage? I still have yet to experiment with LC, but now that there's a chat for it in the league Discord, I might throw together a team, just have it in one of my 3 slots. Ooh, I didn't notice Galvin had got cage. Halsey either. Definitely nice. Kind of sad how that there's like no cage users that their evolved forms don't really use. I guess Hidati doesn't, or Taifu doesn't use cage, but Molgu, Sanbi, and Reignit all occasionally do. I guess Reignit doesn't usually run it, but I've run it on Reignit before. Caught a lot of people off guard. Used to run it on Tataru too, back when I was doing my kind of a cheese Tataru. I had extra energy slam, max attack, max stamina, and then it was back in the old Rush days when Rush was just 60 base power neutral move. I basically just had Rush, extra energy slam, major slash, and cage. Hello, Maliro. Welcome. Used to run cage on Mastion last season. Yeah, I feel like Mastion has quite a few good moves. I guess Pyro can probably spare the slot. Like Lava Wave, Meteorite, Aqua Stone, then the last slot's kind of flex. Prevent waters from coming onto the field and natures from leaving. We got a lot of people showing up. So for anyone who just showed up, and is curious where I'm at, I am currently rank 4. I went from rank 6, 1 win, up to rank 4. And now I'm competing for spot 3, which would put me on the podium. I don't know how many wins it'll take. I don't know if I get a loss, how many positions I'll lose. But either way, I'm not going to let it get to me. Primary goal here is to have fun. Because if gaming starts to feel like a job, then why not go work and actually be productive in life? What are my thoughts on slowdown as a move design-wise? You'd love to see it on more Tems. It is not going to be healthy on more Tems. On Pocus doesn't have priority, and also it's a monotype with 0 extra coverage, and it doesn't really want to spare stats and speed, which would give it, or which is what the slowdown set wants to do. Grumper is, even at max speed, a slow Tem. There's reasonably outsped. So it's also kind of reasonable there. I think once slowdown has been found out, like it's almost like a best of 1 strategy. If you know your opponent wants to slow down, you can either force a board that doesn't have mental synergy. Well, I guess. I don't know, I mean, there's some amount of counterplay to it, but it can also be really cancer. Hello, Millie. Welcome. I feel like no matter what time of the day I stream, you say good morning. I can never tell what time zone you are in. It's well into the afternoon where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you would put slowdown on. Something like Valiar would be way too strong. You could argue it would be okay on Ventil, but that would just turn Ventil into a slowdown bot. Barn Sheet? I don't know, I don't think it should be a move that is slapped on bad Temps to make them better. Because that removes the Tem identity and turns the Tem into a technique, essentially. Half past midnight. Oh, that's quite late, but I'm glad I can entertain you at that time. And you're off to bed, Domenic. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good night. Maybe right, but Brockwork needs to be a plague bot. Well, I mean, baby Tems are kind of exceptions, I feel like. Mid-tiers even. I guess Tantal has a lot of flexible options. I still like to see Minox become somewhat valuable. Minotaur is just like a rusher bot. Minotaur actually needs help too. They should just buff Minox in the process. Every time I think of doing a middle evolution team, I just look and I'm like, okay, well we got Sparzy, we got Tental, we got Raze. I think those are really the main three. Platox is awful. Paharak got gutted pretty bad, losing HKS. I think there's one more that's viable. I'd need to see a list to really think of stuff, but they're not stuff you normally see, it's just kind of for fun. Tental's one of the few times we would have said that stat buff would be a good solution to make it viable. I could almost agree with that. I think the only reason that's the case though is because everything else gets stat buffs that the LC and middle Tems get left behind. If you look at the average base stat total of fully evolved Tems now versus say at 1.0, I bet it's increased significantly. We say, when was the last, like, compared to how many stat nerfs we see, it's like 1 to 5 nerfs to buffs. Or 5 to 1 buff to nerf, however you want to put it. Seven-minute queue. Game's trying really hard to put me up against like a Smurf Silver for me to lose 10 ranks. But they're committed to making everything the same. I hope that 1.5, like, I don't think sharpening identities has to be a bad thing. I just wish they would have done the things in the opposite order. But as long as they actually go back and revisit a lot of the Tems that they took stuff away from and give them unique things to fit in their kit, I think it'll be fine. I have high hopes because I love this game. But yes, there's potential where things could go wrong. Hey Gip, thanks for stopping by. Any news on my team? I'm still running the Turok. I'm won my first match and I went up 2 ranks, so I'm currently rank 4. Turok, yeah, Turok I used 2 days ago. It's speedy gravel bag Turok. When will they do that? 1.5 would mainly be reworks and nothing else. No, they didn't say that. I thought they said there was like 39 Tems, that they're at least changing in some way. I hope that they at least look at movesets and such. What's my team now? It's still the hyper aggro that I've been running for like the last week and a half. It's just that I was trying for a long time to figure out the last slot. And while I don't particularly like using a meta Tem, I think Turok's just going to be the best pick. I don't want to click because then that'll possibly make me... Why Q? Ah, yeah, Turok. This is the team I'm running. I really don't get to click Venom Spread much anymore, but the option being there is really nice. Not that it matters to you anymore, but maybe they'll prove you wrong. Looking forward to running Ocular patch. Next 5 years, looking for an Umbra. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, 1.5 is a lot of potential. I think 1.5, I've said it before, but I think 1.5 determines the direction the game's going to go. Because it's the first patch where we really get to see the sharpening of identities that the balance team talked about. And if that flops, then I'm not sure that I'm kind of running out of faith for the direction of balance in the game. I guess they have the wish list for 1.6, but 1.5 is... I don't know, I feel like they're going to ignore a lot in the balance wish list. And then we also need a lot of good PvE stuff, otherwise the PvE players are just going to drop off the map. They're already really struggling. They haven't gotten anything hardly. Sure, they got the difficult modes, whatever you call those, the Nuzlocke, Random Lock, Speedrun. Like, those are good for one playthrough, and they don't actually advance your main character hardly. The lair could be really cool, but if the lair is the only thing for PvE, then that's really disappointing. Umbras would help so much with at least keeping people busy, but a slow, long grind is going to feel bad. It's just... it is. So, yeah, we kind of got to see. Gonna keep hopes high, and time to have brain turn to competitive only and try and win this match. Pat Farm, okay. Why is there an Oshiara on this team? It's like the Oshiara is just there so that I ban it. But I hate Nidrasil, I hate Moments. Oh. At least I'm orange side here, so maybe I can get away with not banning the Oshiara. What's my take on new Tems? Should they rush to release more so that we don't lose the game at all? New Tems outside, I think the mythical is a bit of an exception, but I do not think the new Tems will save this game at all. Okay, I guess I have to ban the Nidrasil then, because my wind is gone. I was gonna ban Turok, but... yeah, new Tems, they would draw attention for a little bit. People would try out the Tem. But anyone who doesn't like the design of the Tem, it's not going to help. They're not going to stay for much longer than they normally would. They would just play for like a week and then quit again. I have to ban Scaravel because if it's good friend, then it could come in for the Adoro slot, and I wouldn't be able to double the Turok to kill it. I think if they were to introduce new Tems, they would have to do it in like a Temtem 2. It sounds stupid, but genuinely. And they would have to do a whole bunch of them, and that would be years of development now. If they were splitting their development, and that's where all of the lackluster updates have been going, towards a sequel, I don't think I'd mind, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, well, I still have like Orphle. No, I'm good to pick Chromion here because I wanted a spread move for Mix, and Chromion is binary. There's so much you could do with a game like Temtem or Pokemon in terms of PvE endgame. Both games sadly don't really bother. Yeah, I think people just kind of lack creativity a little bit. That's really I think that's the reality of it. It's unfortunate, but it seems to be the case. New Tems most likely won't change the meta enough. I don't think the meta's an issue personally. I think we're in an okay state in the meta. It's just that new Tems are becoming viable at such a slow rate. Maybe getting back old players to try the new ones. Unfortunately, Pokemon... yeah. Not afraid of mix swapping in because I have Quartz Dirt. Don't have to be afraid in the Inky slot until turn 3 from Adoro Inner Spirit. You find the current meta extremely boring. I know, and it is. If this team wouldn't have worked out, this was kind of my last straw team, basically. But I thoroughly enjoy this team and have been enjoying the meta. Problem is there hasn't been enough shakeup in the meta for things to be interesting for all the players that have been playing for the last however long. Feel that the main problem with Temtem is a lot of Pokemon fans don't want to betray Pokemon. That is a problem for a lot of people, for sure. For sure. They nerfed everything that shook up the meta immediately. Shween didn't shake up the meta, it dominated it. Yeah, Shween was dumb, 100%. Oh, good, Mix died. Like, sure, I died to Toxic Skin, but this has still been really good. You're sad that Doom doesn't work? Yeah, I still have a soft spot for Doom, but I think Doom needs bigger changes for it to feel reasonable again. I almost wish I didn't have synergy on the microwaves here. I'm guessing this Adoro is actually Arvile, and I think T-Strike does more damage than harmful, so unless I get the Toxic Skin proc on the Chromion. I don't know what the Sociar's build is, so I have to T-Strike it, otherwise I'd love to E-Storm. Tsubaki won a tournament with Doomstall, and immediately 4 or 5 of the Tems he used got nerfed. Yeah, that's the same thing when I won my tournament with Doomstall. It's just what happens. Unfortunately. What's worse is when Kremlin nerfs stuff but forgets to adjust the description in game, like Cycrox's trait, Misoji's effect. How about morale boosting whip? It gives 1 turn of invigorized, right everyone? This was a very weird team. It's like it couldn't decide if it wanted to be stall or bulky offense. GG's. Alright, this could be it. Every game could be it. Oh, I'm an encounter. That's sad. It delays the hype. Just get like a drum roll or something. Pookie drum roll. Da 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 da. No, unfortunate. Well, lots of feathers though. That ranks platform ad anyways. Legend 53. Alright. Looks like he actually queued right back up. I'm curious, did he match into Logain? No, Shrumpy. So there's a couple people on ladder. I have a feeling that even if I get on the podium, that Shirk's just gonna pass me up before it shows. Like, I don't really want to get like a 4 or 5 win buffer. I kind of just want to get it, sit there, get the screenshot, and call it a day. That would be optimal for me. I could try and push for rank 1, but I just want to get my podium picture and then like any stress just be gone. I could even just call it a day here. And then just come back tomorrow, try and get my 2 wins of the day, and see if I get promoted then. Or maybe Shirk will even fall. Don't know. Probably only going to play 1 more match though. I said at the start when nobody was here, but it is going to be a shorter stream. I just wanted to record my matches, my daily matches, because I don't know when I'm going to hit the podium. It could literally be any match. Like if I just did these 2 matches off stream like I normally do, and then I showed up in the next stream with like, hey guys, I'm rank 4, then it would be kind of questionable. Maliro, thank you so much for the Prime sub, really appreciate it. Novice over here. Beginning of the 3rd island, your squad is Luma, Skunch, Gazuma, Tental, Nessa, Anihir, Oshiara. Any tips on what to focus on adding to the team at this stage? So the story is very flexible. You can pretty much get through the story with anything. I'm not a huge fan of Oshiara during the story. You also have the water coverage with Nesla. I'd look at getting maybe a toxic type while you're on Tukma. Like, Mushy's okay, it can get by with no egg moves. If you catch my buddy Orphil over here, like, if you're just at the start, you're probably like right here, it's funny. I'd say like pick up a Zephyruff or a Mushy personally. Zephyruff might be better, but make sure it's the aerobic trait, because it's kind of missing out on an important move that's an egg move if you get it physical. But I mean, in general, if you think something looks cool, just pick it up. You could even keep Oshiara, because it'll help you a lot on the next island. It'll just make going through this one really difficult. You could even pick up a crystal if you get towards the end of the island. There's a spot for it at the end. Towards the end of the island. Balls into Tortonite, which is a toxic type too. But you already have a crystal with Anna here, so you don't necessarily need another. You have Toxalotl, Orphil, Zephyruff. Adora's good, yeah. Adora's super strong, but it's kind of missing a couple moves at once. But you could definitely make it work. Zephyruff and Orphil can function without their egg moves pretty well. Zephyruff specifically, if it's aerobic. You've already got Zephyruff caught. Just make sure it's toxic affinity and then go with it, I'd say. If you're just trying to optimize the story. I mean, there's probably like a better team if you were really trying to, but you can really just run just about anything. I just picked like 6 Tems I thought looked cool, and went with those in my playthrough back when Arbory dropped. I just wanted to finish this story so that I had access to like all of the Tems and then could actually farm the stuff I wanted. Because I really wanted a Chubby, but you don't get Chubby until the 5th island. And by then, there just wasn't a point in training it up. Got the Luma Skunch in the beginning. 2 went into Worth. Skunch will be useful until the 5th island for sure. 5th it gets a little bit rough. And then in the 6th island, it'll be very difficult to use. But yeah, it'll help a lot in the 4th island. And it should be good on this one too. There's a lot of... Like Tuckma's the Toxic and Crystal Island. And Skunch can hit crystals super effective with melee moves. It's like Martial Strike and Haito Uchi are really good. Savage Suplex and Ninja. Yeah, this is just not a good time to queue, I guess. On the right side, I haven't had any disconnection issues, so streaming a little later has been helping with that. You poison, then you were covering poison with Gazuma. Gazuma is not a good user of Nox Bomb, so yeah, I would look at a poison then. Which is what I was thinking. Like Orpho's kind of nice because it gives you a bit of nature as well, but it's literally its strongest nature move is Sharp Leaf, which is bad. But it's also arguably like the best toxic available, so. Thank you, Trombone Wizard, for the follow. I love your name. You drop Lawale? Ah, that's a shame. Lawale was one of my favorites. It gets better once it gets allergic spread, but until then, yeah, it's pretty rough. And it never gets a stronger wind than Windblade. You're facing a lot of Babo on ladder lately. Is there a hard counter to it? Yeah, a Toxic. It can't touch Toxic, and Toxic can hit it for 4 times. You can still put them up. You don't have to. Person's dancing. Either ban Babo or Nature Quish. Yeah, those teams. What they do is they punish people who don't have the right counters. Because if you have 2 Toxics on your team, you really don't have to ban either Nature Quish or Baboa, and you ban something else. So on most teams I build, I always like to have 2 Toxics when possible. Yeah, so I have Orphyl and Chromion here. Tuvine more or less counts as a Toxic because it has Nox Bomb and can still eat the double Water Cutting Lily. So on my main team here, I've got Tuvine. Tutu also has Nox Bomb and Hazrat. Also, if you can get rid of the water types on that team, and Baboa doesn't have synergy, and it's actually really slow without the speed from Water Cutting Lily. Priority. Only hits like 221. Plus, I would not be surprised if next patch we see changes to Water Cutting Lily. Because they stated that they're not going to change it on Nature Quish. but as in its current state, it's very strong and kind of polarizing, so I'm assuming that they're going to do something else with it. Otherwise, it's just going to feel bad for the entire next patch, too. Feels bad to drop Oshiara, the trait's so OP. Yeah, the trait's really good. But its typing gets walled so easily. Anytime you face a nature type or a toxic type or even a water type, you just can't do anything. Alright, last match of the day. We're facing Guile. Ah, I wish I was orange side. I have to ban the Hedgen now. Yeah, thank you for the luck. I might need it. Maybe I just don't ban Hedgen. I don't have a lot of anti-sleep either, so Moala is an issue. If I don't ban Hedgen, there's Moala and there's Lawali that I want to ban. Yeah, good thing I banned the Moala. I wouldn't have had anything against it. He would have gotten a free buff off. If only Hazrat, Wastewater, Zalbian. Or you had only Hazrat, Wastewater, Zalbian. You don't feel like Zalbian's working in the current meta? How fast is the Turok? I think it's like 240 or something. So it's pretty fast, but not max. Pookie Egg. Yep, that's the subscriber badge I got. I was thinking of like commissioning a little baby Pookie with like a pacifier for when it hatches for the 3 months. Like there's so many emotes I want to get, but it would get expensive if I asked for a commission for every emote I can come up with. One thing you kind soul in the game gave you is a level 1. All 45 SC Arachnite. Is there any OP you should pick up? Arachnite's kind of struggling. It's a really cool Tem. I like it, but it is kind of in a rough spot, so might not be the best. Oh yeah, this game's gonna be a loss, guys. I don't have enough. Like this, I'm kind of completely countered here. Thank you so much for the sub Pat Farm and yes, GG earlier. Should have led differently. Yeah, sometimes leads can be really rough. Just don't lose. Shatish, I'm rank 4. I'm trying to win so I get rank 3. But I can't beat this team. I need both Inky and Psypat. I guess I should have picked Inky on the lead and then swapped it out turn 1. I couldn't, like, Arachnite could have Crystal Spikes my Inky. And it would have killed, I believe, after a Sparks. The Gazma's only attack move is Tesla Prism. Ah, dang it. I thought I might be faster than the Gazma. I don't know Gazma's speed break points, especially not with Fat Burner. Your first ban was just wrong. Sparking and non-stab spikes kills Inky. It would be +3. Yeah, it does, +3. Ah, it was so obvious. I know this Gazma runs Nimble. It would have been way too obvious to Sludge Gift, so I didn't. Don't click C spikes. Don't click C spikes. Yeah, this game's just rough. His entire team is full of cheese leads. So it's like you either have to face up against Moala or this. No, it doesn't even kill. That is so game right there. Ah, that sucks. That really, 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 really sucks. It was like 50% health. I thought it would kill. I know Arachna has decent special defense, but still. That must not be a max speed Arachnite. It must take some out of speed to actually do other stuff, which is not what I was expecting. Getting punished for running Fat Burner Gazuma, this is great. Okay. Kazuma's getting low on stamina. That's good, because I'm ignoring it. Even with a Sludge Gift, I don't think I outspeed anything. So I'm just gonna Electric Storm on the off chance Grumper doesn't get targeted. Once Grumper dies, then I bring in Chromion. I'll need my Orphill to outspeed the Lawali, which is a lot to ask for. Kazuma OX, that's really good. Why is he healing me? He wanted to make... I don't know. I don't know. He must have thought I was going to swap into Chromion. Oh man. Ah, it's so tempting to send in Orphill now. It is really tempting. I don't know what speed he's got on his Tutsu. He's got... He can just high-toe Chromion. Well, but he's probably just going to click green circles, right? I don't know. Feathergat never kills. Even if he is faster. Oh, I'm faster. I wish I would have got that on the Lawali though. Do I live a Hypoxia? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Do I need to? I think I'm okay now. But I don't know for sure. Oh, he just gave up! Why? Why do you give up there? Oh my goodness, thank you for the free win. I still don't think that game was over. I thought I was doomed. I thought it was awful. The Arachnite just... Okay. GG's? Question mark? I mean, it was a good game. I think I had him. Oh, no. Not yet. Alright. I'm sorry, like, the Spence is high. Yeah. He knew he kind of like was trolling there with the Tesla prisons. If my Grumper died before it got the hit off on the Tutsu, I don't think I ever would have won that. Lawali lived a shout and he does turbo and hypoxia the Orphill. For fun, let's calc it. I'll do that before I end the stream. We'll figure out if I would have lived on Orphill to get the Nox Bomb off. How could I win that? I don't think I would have. I think I would have been doomed had he... Oops. Is it working? Okay. Or you're saying how... Is Lawali Hypoxia? I mean, maybe if it like wasn't max special attack. If it was special attack fill... Okay, no. There's not a chance. It would have to be really low special attack. I always die to Hypoxia. Yeah, it's so crazy how, like, I guess it's not even that much of a difference between defense and special defense on this thing. But I can live a Feather Gatling, but a Hypoxia kills me super, super bad. Streamer luck? Oh, did I click something on you? Or did you send me like a request? Double Tesla healed Grumper by 10%. Yeah, well, hopefully I can... I'm two wins into rank 4 now. So hopefully next time I stream, probably tomorrow, but maybe not. Hopefully then I can just get another win, maybe 2, get into rank 3, get my screenshot on the podium, and call it a day. It's not as cool as it used to be back in like 1.0 when I was actually there. Back when we actually had a few hundred legends. But it's still an accomplishment nowadays, especially since I'd be getting there with Toxic Chromion and Orphill. I don't ever get to click Venom Spread anymore. Might as well just play Cycrocs at this point. Okay, yeah, I'm probably just gonna do some more Orphill Radar off stream. I'm just gonna cool down those, I'm kind of mentally fried after that win. Still don't think I deserved it. Some question since you didn't ask yesterday, how did I get a free rank? Somebody higher than me fell below me in rank, is what happened. So I was rank 8, or I was rank 7, and then I logged in and I was rank 6. So somebody must have played some games, had a rough day, and dropped. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the subs. I really appreciate each and every one of you. The followers. We just reached 200 followers too with that last one, so that's really cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'll catch y'all later. See you next time. Bye bye.